Alright, in this video we're going over the new top 7 absolute best guns to use here in Modern Warfare 3 as of right now. If you're looking to drastically improve your KD ratio and drop your first nuke, you came to the right place. Now, if you guys enjoy the content, feel free to drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn those post notifications to stay up to date with any and all best class setups as well as settings. Now, for the first class setup, we're taking a look at the HOLGER 556, one of the best guns in the game right now. Do not sleep on this assault rifle. We're specifically looking at the long range HOLGER because this gun has 0 recoil. Now, for the first attachment, we are going to be skipping over the rear grips. You're going to see on a lot of my assault rifle builds, I do skip over the rear grip if there are a lot of better attachments to choose from. Now, for the HOLGER, we're starting off with the stock, and we're going to rock the RB Adel Assault stock, which is going to drastically improve that recoil control and gun kick control on this assault rifle. We're building a long range setup. Now, because of that, we are going to run an optic, and if you do not have it unlocked, I highly recommend you unlocking the Corio 2.5x optic. If you don't have this unlocked, you're going to have to go into the armory system and win 2 games or do whatever challenges are available, but I highly recommend you doing it because this sight is going to give us a magnification zoom and also 0 sniper glint. So this is going to be a sniper's worst nightmare. You're going to have extreme long range potential with this gun, and because we're building it for no recoil, this is perfect if you are playing on a medium to larger size map and you want to pick people off at longer ranges. Now, because of that, we are not going to run a laser. These are going to be completely irrelevant on this build. Feel free to skip over all of these. Now, we are also going to skip over the barrel on the HOLGER. It's not necessary. We don't need additional recoil control, and we also are not going to be slowing down the ADS speed. We are going to run a muzzle, and I highly recommend running the VT7 Spirit Fire Suppressor, which is going to be doing a lot of brilliant things on this gun. We're going to have increased damage range, bullet velocity, recoil control, and we're going to be taking ourselves off the radar so we can move around the spawn and take people out very easily without them knowing where we are. This is how you're going to be able to stay alive on those streaks and secure your first nuke, or at the very least, your highest kill streak you have equipped. Now, for the underbarrel, we are going to go ahead and rock 1 or 2 choices here. It's been dependent on what type of setup you're trying to build. Now, I highly recommend you going ahead and equipping the X10 Phantom 5 hand stop on this weapon so we can smooth out that recoil pattern and have a very easy to use weapon. This is going to give us increased gun kick control, vertical recoil control, and also we are going to have increased sprint to fire speed and aim down sight speed. We're taking advantage of both close ranges and long ranges with this. This is going to be an amazing attachment on the HOLGER, allowing us to go full out across the map without worrying about a thing. And then finally, we are going to go to the magazine, and we're going to bump up that 30 round mag to the 40 round mag so we have as many bullets as possible to take out people that are rushing us, or if we're trying to take out multiple snipers at long range, we have that capacity to do so. Once you go ahead and jump into the firing range, you're going to see here this class setup, even though we have a bunch of recoil controlling attachments, this gun is going to have a fast ADS, and you guys can see it does not move. This is going to be a disgusting class setup if you're looking for a sniper support here in multiplayer and something you could destroy everybody at longer ranges. Now, for the secondary, I like to go ahead and run the FJX Imperium, and for this I equip the field wrap handle. I'm running the VT7 Spitfire suppressor on this one. I have on the 1 milliwatt quick fire laser. I have on the FJX Kilo Tac stock, as well as the FJX Blast. Now, the reason I run a sniper on my secondary is because I play a lot of 10v10. If you play 6v6, this does still apply. A lot of people are sitting in the back of the spawn, not moving. You're gonna be able to get a lot of free kills that you would not be able to normally if you are playing on an extreme long range map. The HOLGER is good at long range, but it's not going to be a sniper, especially if there's multiple people sitting on a head glitch. Now, for in the build, I am running the stem shot, the proximity mine I have on the missions box, quick grip gloves so I can swap weapons faster, as well as bone conduction headset so I can hear footsteps and gunfire a lot easier. If you're wondering how I'm able to rock an assault rifle and a sniper on the same setup, it's because I'm running the gunner vest, which gives me max ammo off spawn, a faster reload, as well as overkill. 3 brilliant items to have if you're trying to secure your first nuke or drastically increase your KD ratio. Now, for class setup number 2, we are going to go ahead and take a look at the MTZ-556. This is another rock solid assault rifle that you can run and gun with. The HOLGER is for long range. This is if you're an aggressive style player. Now, for the MTZ, we are going to be actually skipping over the rear grips as well. These are not going to help us out for this build. We are going to start off with the stock, and we are going to be running the MTZ Marauder stock to increase recoil control and gun kick control. This gun has a vertical recoil pattern. We're going to go ahead and mitigate that as much as possible. Now, for the optic on this weapon, because we're not going to be using it at extreme long ranges, even though this is going to be a lower recoil build, you do have two options. You can either equip the slate reflector, which is going to be a very easy point and shoot red dot, or you can rock the Mark III reflector if you're looking for an optic that's going to have an open-ended iron sight, so you can take people out at closer ranges. Overall, a great attachment on this weapon, so you guys can destroy people at medium to longer ranges. Now, for the laser, we're going to be skipping over these. These are completely irrelevant on this build, but we are going to go ahead and run a barrel. Now, the MTZ Rowan XL356 is going to be a great choice. Do not fear their cons. They are irrelevant because we have another attachment that's going to go ahead and fix up all that. We're going to be taking advantage of increased recoil control, gun kick control, and aim idle sway controllability, giving us a very easy to control recoil pattern with this fast firing assault rifle. Now, to go ahead and help out the recoil control even more, we are going to run a muzzle, and the VT7 Spirit Fire is going to be another fantastic choice with this gun, increasing damage range, bullet velocity, recoil control, and taking us off the radar so we can run around their spawn, build a quick and easy streak, and dominate. Overall, a fantastic attachment on this weapon. And then finally, we are going to run an underbarrel. Now, we're going to be running the SL Skeletal on this gun. This is going to be a great attachment on the MTZ because it's going to kind of work in both of the avenues we want to take people out at. Close range, medium range, long range as well. Now, we're going to have increased aim down sight speed, vertical recoil control, gun kick control, and sprint to fire speed. Remember all the cons that this barrel did give us? It doesn't matter anymore. Now, once you go ahead and jump into the firing range, you're going to see here this class setup is going to have a crazy fast ADS, and obviously, like all my builds you're going to see, very low and controllable recoil. This MTZ build is disgusting. Now, for the secondary, I'm still going to be utilizing the FJX Imperium here with the field wrap handle. I do have on the VT7 Spirit Fire suppressor. I have on the 1 milliwatt quick fire laser. I have the FJX Kilo Tac stock, as well as the FJX Blast Bolt. Overall, a fantastic secondary. This is going to be even more helpful on this build because the MTZ is good at close and medium range. You can still be out at long ranges, but obviously it's not going to be as effective as a sniper. Now, we are going to run stem shot, proximity mine, munitions box, quick grip gloves, foam conduction headset, and if you guys are again wondering how I'm going to run two primers in the same build, we have the gunner vest giving us max ammo, faster reload, and overkill, even more important on a build like this. Now, for class setup number 3, we are taking a look at the SVA 545, another rock solid assault rifle at close to medium ranges. For this assault rifle, you want to build it kind of similar to the MTZ. Now, we are going to be skipping over the rear grips. These are not going to help us out for this specific build. Now, I do recommend you running a stock, and the main V6 stock is a great option. I know a lot of people like to rock the Marquise R11. It does do a lot of good things, but we need to maximize our gun kick control and recoil control because this gun has a fast first 2 shots, and if you hit those accurate, you're going to have a high chance of winning every single close to medium range gunfight. Because this is going to be a run and gun AR like the MTZ, you want to run either the slate reflector or the Mark III reflector, giving us that open-ended sight so you can take people out very easily at those close, medium, as well as long ranges if you do happen to get into those gunfights. We are going to be skipping over the laser because we do have a better attachment to run on this assault rifle, and we are going to run a barrel. Typically, I would always skip the barrels on a lot of my AR builds. They don't really do a lot of good things, but for this weapon, you want to rock the STV Precision Barrel to drastically increase recoil control, gun kick control, bullet velocity and range, and aiming idle sway controllability. Overall, kind of thickness weapons, weakness, longer ranges. Now, for the muzzle, we are going to be utilizing the VT7 Spirit Fire. Again, this is going to be one of the best attachments to run on any weapon that you can equip it on. You're going to have increased damage range, bullet velocity, recoil control, and taking yourself off the radar, making nukes and higher kill streaks a hell of a lot easier to get. And then finally, for the underbarrel, we are going to be utilizing the X10 Phantom 5 hand stop to smooth out that recoil pattern, giving us very easy controllability because we're going to have increased gun kick, vertical recoil control, aim down sight speed control, as well as sprint to fire speed control. So we're going to be able to snap on the players instantly and dominate close, medium, and long ranges if you do get in that gunfight. Now, once you go ahead and jump in the firing range, you're going to see here that this class setup, because we have built it for speed and also range, the ADS is going to be respectable, and it's going to have very, very low recoil for a gun that has a first 2 bullet that shoots quick. This is going to be a melt machine, like I said, when you build it right and in the right hands, which I know you guys can dominate with this gun. Now, for the secondary, I am still rocking the FGX Imperium field wrap handle, the VT7 Spirit fire suppressor. I have on the 1 milliwatt quick fire laser, the FGX Kilo Tac stock, as well as the FGX Blast Bolt. And I'm utilizing stem shot, proximity mine, munitions box, quick grip gloves, and the bone conduction headset to hear footsteps and gunfire a lot easier. And I still have on the gunner vest for this setup. Now, for build number 4, we are going to be going ahead and taking a look at the MCW, and this is going to be a great assault rifle if you look for a jack of all trades, something that can do it all and you can dominate any and all ranges. Now, we are going to be building the long range MCW here because that's what I feel this weapon is going to be dominant at. You can run around with it, but let's go ahead and keep that to the MTZ and the SVA. Now, for this weapon, we are going to be actually skipping over the rear grips on these. These are going to be irrelevant because we have some better attachments to run on this AR. Now, for the stock, we are going to be going ahead and running the RB Regal Heavy stock to drastically increase that recoil control, gun kick control, and tac stance spread as a nice bonus. Again, this is going to be a long range build. We want to take people out very easily across the map. Now, for the optic, because it is a long range build, I highly recommend you guys unlocking the Corio 2.5x optic. This is going to be very, very effective on the MCW. You're going to have to get this unlocked through the armory. This is definitely something you want to go ahead and get done, giving us that increased magnification and no sniper glint. Beautiful. We're skipping over the laser. It's a long range build. It's going to be completely irrelevant. Now, we are going to run a barrel on this weapon, and the 16.5 inch MCW Cyclone long barrel is going to be great, going ahead and drastically jacking up our long range potential with that increased bullet velocity, aim auto sway, and firing aiming stability. The cons are relevant because we have an attachment that's going to go ahead and fix all that up. Now, for the muzzle, we are going to rock that VT7 Spirit fire. You guys know the drill. This is going to be the best muzzle to run on an assault rifle if you can equip it, moving us from the radar and also maximizing our long range potential. And then finally, we are going to go ahead. You can have 1 or 2 choices here depending on how much recoil control you want to have. This gun literally doesn't have recoil, but if you want it to have literally 0 recoil, you can go ahead and equip an underbarrel and run the X10 Phantom 5 hand stop, which is going to be smoothing out that recoil pattern. Or if you really want to make this weapon ridiculously effective, you can go to the magazine and put on the 60 round drum, which is disgusting because once you go ahead and jump into the firing range, even though we have a bunch of attachments that are going to be technically slowing this weapon down, you can see here the ADS is still fast with a 60 round mag, and this is nasty. This gun is going to be a point and shoot laser with 60 bullets. You can't really get any better than that. Now, for the secondary, we are going to be utilizing the FGX Imperium, and we have on the field wrap handle, we are running the VT7 Spirit fire suppressor. We have the 1 milliwatt quick fire laser, the FGX Kilo Tac stock, and the FGX Blast Bolt. And we are running stem shot, proximity mine, munitions box, quick grip gloves, and bow conduction headset. And obviously, gunner vest utilize 2 primaries, 2 badass primaries on the same build. Definitely a solid setup. This and the HOLGER 556 are running long ranges. Use these if you're trying to drop your first nuke. Now, for class setup number 5, we're taking a look at the WSP Swarm, one of the best SMGs to use at close range. This gun is going to be a bullet hose, and an accurate one for that matter, with the right setup. Now, we are going to be skipping over the rear grip for this weapon. These are going to be completely irrelevant when building, believe it or not, a longer range WSP Swarm setup. We are going to start off with the stock, and the FSS Fortress Heavy stock is going to be amazing on this weapon. We're going to have increased gun kick control, recoil control, firing aiming stability, as well as tac stance spread. Do not worry about the cons. they are completely irrelevant. Like usual, we are going to be running some other attachments to correct all of that. Now we're going to be skipping over the optics. These are not necessary because the iron sights are good enough and clean enough that we can still take people out at those medium longer ranges if you do get in those gunfights. We are skipping over the laser as well because we simply have another attachment that's going to be working to our advantage. We are running a barrel, and the WSP Reckless 90 long barrel is going to drastically improve this weapon's medium to long range performance. We already have close range locked down. Let's go ahead and bump up that recoil control, that gun kick control, that aim idle sway control ability, and more bullet velocity and range, so we have a melt machine. Now for the muzzle, I do recommend running the Monolith Suppressor S. If you do not have this unlocked, you can get it unlocked through the armory system. It is definitely worth the unlock because we're gonna have increased recoil control, which we need on this weapon, and the cons again are going to be irrelevant. We're also going to be taking ourselves off the radar. This is going to be a great suppressor on the WSP Swarm to mitigate the recoil. Now for the underbarrel, we are going to rock the SL Skeletal. The reason we're going to run the SL Skeletal on this weapon is because we need some help at both close ranges and long range. We did go ahead and run a lot of recoil controlling attachments. Obviously, taking advantage of sprint to fire speed, gun kick control, vertical recoil control, aim down sight speed control is going to be huge on a running gun submachine gun that you can still use at longer ranges. And then finally, because we do have an open attachment slot, because we did not run a rear grip, we are going to run a magazine, and we are going to take advantage, full advantage of the 100 round drum. I want you to go ahead and jump into the firing range. Even though we have a bunch of attachments that control recoil and a 100 round drum, mobility is still going to be good, the ADS is still going to be respectable, and we're going to have a low recoil swarm setup that's going to be super easy to use and overall melt people, and we have 100 bullets to do so. Definitely go ahead and give this weapon a try. It is insane with this setup. Now for the remainder of the build, we are going to utilize the FGX Imperium. This is super helpful on this class because it is going to be a submachine gun with the field wrap handle. I have the VT7 Spirit Fire Suppressor. I have the 1 milliwatt quick fire laser, the FGX Skill Attack stock, as well as the FJX Blast. And we are utilizing stem shot, which is super helpful with the submachine gun, proximity mine, munitions box, quick grip gloves, and bow conduction headset to hear footsteps and gunfire a lot easier. And we do have in the gunner vest to rock 2 primaries and have max ammo and fast reloading. Definitely something good for a run and gun build. For class setup number 6, we're taking a look at a battle rifle and one of the most underrated guns in the entire game, the BAS-B, specifically the long range BAS-B. Do not sleep on this gun. We're skipping over the rear grips. These are completely irrelevant with this weapon. We're also skipping over the stocks. We don't need any of these on this loadout. We're going to start off with the optic, and unfortunately, you are going to have to unlock that Choreo 2.5X. It's definitely worth the armory unlock because this gun is going to have an increased zoom when you have this equipped, and on top of that, we're not going to have that sniper glint, so we can take people out very easily across the map. Obviously, we're skipping over the lasers. We don't need this on this type of setup, but we are going to run a barrel, and the Bruin Venom long barrel is going to be perfect, completely smoothing out that recoil pattern so we can point and shoot and take everybody else out. We're going to have increased gun kick control, aim idle sway control ability, recoil control, which is huge, as well as bullet velocity and range, which obviously is going to be suited for a build like this. Now for the muzzle, we are going to run that VT7 Spirit Fire Suppressor, again to jack up the long range performance and take us off the radar. Now for the underbarrel, I do recommend running the X10 Phantom 5 hand stop. Again, we want as much recoil control as possible, and because this is a battle rifle, we are still going to need some additional help at those close to medium ranges, so we're going to have increased sprint to fire speed and aim down sight speed, a nice, addition with this hand stop. And because this gun only has 20 rounds by default, we have to run a magazine, and the 30 round mag is going to be perfect, bumping us up to assault rifle standards. Once you do go ahead and jump into the firing range, like all my builds, especially the long range builds, it has a fast ADS. I mean, it's crazy how quick this is for a battle rifle. And obviously, it doesn't have any recoil. This gun is filthy. Now for the secondary, we are still going to be running that FGX Imperium. Just for those extreme long range campers, we are going to run the field wrap handle on this, the VT7 Spirit Fire Suppressor, the 1 milliwatt quick fire laser. We have the FJX Skill Attack stock, as well as the FJX Blast, and we are utilizing the stem shot, proximity mine, munitions box, quick grip gloves, as well as bone conduction headset. And obviously we have the gunner vest to rock a battle rifle and a sniper rifle on the same build with max ammo and fast reloading. Beautiful. And for class setup number 7, we are taking a look at a monster, the PULEMYOT 762. Y'all, this weapon is busted when you build it properly. We are starting off with the rear grip, and we're going to be running that not Z3 grip. This is going to be a great attachment, bumping up aim down sight speed, gun kick control, and recoil control on this disgusting light machine gun. Everything we need for an LMG build, we have it. We're also going to double up with the stock, and we're going to be running the Ivanov HSS ergonomic stock. This does even more great things with this weapon, allowing us to have increased movement speed, aim walking speed, firing aiming stability, and gun kick control. We're going to have a no recoil light machine gun that's going to handle like an assault rifle. Unbelievable. Luckily, the iron sights of this weapon are clean, so there's no need to go ahead and run any of these. And obviously, for the lasers, these are going to be irrelevant on an LMG build. We are going to run a barrel, and we are going to take a look at the ST Pyro Heavy Barrel. This is going to be a great attachment on this gun because we want to go ahead and smooth out that recoil pattern and also take advantage of increased bullet velocity and range, aim out of sway controllability, and more gun kick control. The cons are relevant. We went ahead and addressed that with the other stock and rear grip attachments. Now for the muzzle, we are just going to run the Shadow Strike suppressor. We don't need any of the other benefits from these other suppressors because we don't want to slow down the aim down sight. We don't want to reduce the damage range. We just need to take ourselves off the radar and run with it. And then finally, we are going to go to the underbarrel, and we are going to run the SL Skeletal foregrip because we want to go ahead and have some more advantages at those close ranges, giving us better sprint to fire speed, vertical recoil control, gun kick control, and aim down sight speed. Once you go ahead and jump in the firing range, this gun, even though it's a light machine gun, is gonna have a respectable ADS, and on top of that, it's not gonna have any recoil, guys. This gun is disgusting. Definitely go ahead and give this a try. If you're looking for a light machine gun, you can sit back, relax, and body everybody. The reload speed is actually fast too. Now for the secondary, we are going to utilize the FGX Imperium with the field wrap handle. We do have on the VT7 Spirit Fire suppressor. We are running the 1 milliwatt quick fire laser. We have on the FGX Kilo Tac stock, as well as the FGX Blast Bolt. And we are going to be running with the Stem Shot Proximity Mine munitions box, quick grip gloves to swap weapons faster, bow conducted headset to hear footsteps and gunfire a lot easier. And obviously we can run an LMG and a sniper on the same build with the gunner vest, which gives us overkill, max ammo, and faster reloading, which does come in handy with an LMG setup. This is going to be a nasty setup you guys should check out immediately. These are going to be the top 7 best guns to use right now here in Modern Warfare 3. If there are 3 builds I want you to check out immediately, definitely go ahead and give the PULEMYOT 762 a try. I also want you guys to give the long range HOLGER a try, and also do not sleep on the BAS-B. This weapon is the real deal. If these setups do help you guys out, let me know down in the comment section of the video, especially if you drop an MGB nuke, which I know a lot of you guys can do with these setups. And as always, drop a like on the vid, subscribe to the channel, turn on those post notifications, and I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. Deuces.